بل عجبت ويسخرون وإذا ذكروا لا يذكرون وإذا رأوا آية يستسخرون وقالوا إن هذا إلا سحر مبين أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أإنا لمبعوثون أو آباؤنا الأولون قل نعم وأنتم داخرون فإنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم ينظرون وقالوا يا ويلنا هذا يوم الدين هذا يوم الفصل الذي كنتم به تكذبون احشروا الذين ظلموا وأزواجهم وما كانوا يعبدون من دون الله فاهدوهم إلى صراط الجحيم وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون ما لكم لا تناصرون بل هم اليوم مستسلمون وأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون قالوا إنكم كنتم تأتوننا عن اليمين قالوا بل لم تكونوا مؤمنين وما كان لنا عليكم من سلطان بل كنتم قوما طاغين فحق علينا قول ربنا إنا لذائقون فأغويناكم إنا كنا غاوين فإنهم يومئذ في العذاب مشتركون إنا كذلك نفعل بالمجرمين إنهم كانوا إذا قيل لهم لا إله إلا الله يستكبرون ويقولون إنا لتاركو آلهتنا لشاعر مجنون بل جاء بالحق وصدق المرسلين إنكم لذائق العذاب الأليم وما تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إلا عباد الله المخلصين أولئك لهم رزق معلوم فواكه وهم مكرمون في جنات النعيم على سرر متقابلين يطاف عليهم بكأس من معين بيضاء لذة للشاربين لا فيها غول ولا هم عنها ينزفون وعندهم قاصرات الطرف عين كأنهم بيض مكنون فأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون قال قائل منهم إني كان لي قرين يقول أئنك لمن المصدقين أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أئنا لمدينون قال هل أنتم مطلعون فاطلع فرآه في سواء الجحيم قال تالله إن كدت لتردين ولولا نعمة ربي لكنت من المحضرين أفما نحن بميتين إلا موتتنا الأولى وما نحن بمعذبين إن هذا لهو الفوز العظيم لمثل هذا فليعمل العاملون أذلك خير نزلا أم شجرة الزقوم إنا جعلنا فتنة للظالمين إنها شجرة تخرج في أصل الجحيم طلعها كأنه رؤوس الشياطين فإنهم لآكلون منها فمالئون منها البطون ثم إن لهم عليها لشوبا من محيم ثم إن مرجعهم لا إلى الجحيم إنهم ألفوا آباءهم ضالين فهم على أثرهم يهرعون ولقد ضل قولهم أكثر الأولين ولقد أرسلنا فيهم منذرين فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المنذرين إلا عباد الله المخلصين ولقد نادانا نوحا فنعم المجيبون ونجيناه وأهله من الكرب العظيم صدق الله العلي العظيم.
To recite Surah Al-Fatih for all the individuals that provided the dinner tonight for the deceased one, Khususan Shahada al-Karbala. Salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Tomorrow night, inshallah, the dinner is sponsored. FYI, dinner is sponsored tomorrow night, inshallah. Tomorrow night is our final night of this journey for this year, at least with Shaykh Maulana, inshallah. It is the last night of him. Please, if you can spread the word with your brothers, sisters, let's enjoy this and let's use this time while he's here, inshallah. With that, inshallah, I'm going to call upon our visiting alim who salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
يا محمد صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. برای فرج امام زمان صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
رحم الله من قرأ سورة المباركة الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين رحمة للعالمين أبي القاسم محمد. والصلاة والسلام على أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد قوله الحق وهو أصدق القائلين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. صلوات بر محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in this chapter 103, He says, I swear by the time, most surely man is in a loss. إن الإنسان لفي خسر, from the word khasara. he is in a loss, except those who believe, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, and do good. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. And he goes on further, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. They enjoin each other with truth. وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, and enjoin each other with patience. Alhamdulillah, we patiently went through the suffering subject for 10 nights. Now it is for us to reflect that what time we have spent and how we are going to benefit out of it. Because there is no point for us to come for this majlis of ziyarat and not gain any lesson out of it. Ziyarat means visitation. When we go to visit Abu Abdullah, it is called ziyarat. But we make the majlis of ziyarat. That means we are sitting down to go for the ziyarat of Abu Abdullah. And also when our parents or our dear ones pass away, the second day we make ziyarat. This is in many cultures. And we begin by the recitation of the Quran, or the people who gather around there, each one reads one juz of the Quran. So we finish the Quran entirely during that period, and we pray that that recitation of the Quran go to the deceased who passed away yesterday. This is a sort of a culture, but it is a good culture. It is something it is something that we do to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to read the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to send the sawab of that recitation to those who are in the grave. Why? Because that is their first night of the wahshat. That is their first night in the qabr. And it is a very dark night. So we try to make it for them as comfortable as possible. From that culture, this ziyarat of Abu Abdullah has been perpetrated within the communities and the ummah, that we remember today Abu Abdullah, and then we record and we talk about what is happening to the women folk and the children of Abu Abdullah. So I would like within these 2 nights to spend with you, and we talk about time. What is time? We are so conscious of time. Each one of us has got a watch, either on the wrist, or a watch on the iPad, or a watch in your pocket. We do have that, and every time we look at the watch. Yes? What time is it now? How many minutes I'm going to be here? Why is this long? I look at the time. So we are conscious of time all the time. We complain about losing track of time. Oh, I was so busy doing this, I didn't know that the namaz time came and it became qaza. It happens, right? That I do my work in the afternoon and I go on and on and on and on and on and on until Maghrib. Suddenly I say, oh, I haven't said my Zuhr prayers, I haven't said my Asr prayers, because I have lost track of time. The question is not what time it is. The better question is, what am I doing with my time? We should not ask somebody what time it is, but we should ask, what am I doing? I should ask myself, what am I doing with my time? Why? In Farsi you say chira, right? Why? Chira. Chira. Okay, why? Because the time is running out. Today is one day less for me to live than yesterday. You agree? Tomorrow will be the same thing and it will go on. It is very depressing to think about how the time is going and I'm going towards the end of it. So the time is ticking away. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You look at the watch. What can you do? The older I get, the faster it goes. Trust me, ask me and I will tell you. That ask Ayub. And when I was young, the time was dragging. The morning would come. If I went to school, I'd say, when will this finish? So that I can go and do some other activities. Holidays are so far away. I start on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When will Saturday come? When will Sunday come? It never comes. And when it comes, suddenly it's Monday again. The classes never end. I'm there from 8 o'clock in the morning in the class, and it goes on and on and on without finishing. The majlis is important. Keeps on dragging it. I don't know how long will this person sitting on the pulpit will come down. You know, time. You know, he has been there 20 minutes. My God, I don't know how long will it take. When is he coming down? For the person who is sitting on the pulpit. A good example for time and its effect is to recall the life of Prophet Ayub. He was from the lineage of Prophet Lut and Prophet Yusuf. And he was a very, very rich person. He had a wonderful wife. Her name was Rahima. Rahima is the feminine of Rahim. And the name means merciful. Remember this, that's one word, Rahima. Many children in other aspects. He had farms, he had buildings. He was a rich guy. A time comes when he is afflicted with such a terrible disease that Rahima removes her rahmah and leaves him. Imagine a lady whose name is Rahima, the wife of a prophet, tells him, adios, I don't need you anymore. You're full of disease. You know what kind of disease Ayub had? Ayub had maggots on his body. There were maggots coming out and they were eating away at his flesh. It was horrible. Nobody would want to go near him. It would be stinking. Open flesh, maggots running around. But Ayub, when a maggot falls down, he would pick it up and put it back on his skin and say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you to eat my flesh. I should not deprive you. Go ahead and eat it. This is Ayub. His children, adios. His money goes away. What was his attitude? I will leave you with that homework. Go and study the Prophet in his lifetime, and then you will see what did he do with his time. Another example is Hazrat Yusuf. Joseph. We call him Joseph, the son of Jacobson. Jacob. He is Joe Jacobson, who is thrown into the well by his own brothers. The brothers are so jealous of him, they take him and put him in the well. And when he's found by a caravan, the brothers, they sell him for some coins as a slave to those people. He is taken to Egypt. In Egypt, an incident happens with the wife of Pharaoh's minister. You know about it. And he is put into a dungeon for so many years. You know how old Yusuf was? Yusuf was 17 years old. Young boy. Invincible. He has everything. He has beauty. He has power. His youth. That lady, she falls for him. And when she closes the doors and says whatever that she wanted to do with him, he said, I am not alone. My God is watching me. That woman's God was a sort of a image in the room. She goes, takes a cloth and covers that image of her God and says, don't worry, let's go. He is not seeing us anymore. But Yusuf is saying, my God is seeing me. And he runs away. And she runs after him. And she gets hold of his shirt and he tears from the back. The Quran records this, that when they were asked who is doing what to whom, because she said, no, I am doing nothing, he was after me. You know how? I wasn't doing it, he was doing to me. So there was a small baby in the room as a witness. The baby got voice. And the baby said, if Yusuf's shirt is torn from the front, then he is to be blamed. If his shirt is torn from the back, then she is to be blamed. The shirt was torn from the back, yet he was put into the dungeon. How would he feel, a 17-year-old boy, to be put into the dungeon for years and years? You know what he said? He said the same words that our Imam, seventh Imam, Imam Musa ibn Ja'far, when he was put into the dungeon. You know, these dungeons, don't think that they were a fair game. They were not a fair game. They were deep inside, and they were so small that our Imam could not stand. He had to bend if he wanted to stretch his legs. That's a dungeon. And he says the same sentence that Hazrat Yusuf said, that Allah, I thank you for giving me this, because now I have time again. I have time and I have space only to remember you. There's nothing else here to interfere with me. There is nothing else here that can distract me. I'm here with you, Allah. And that is why our Imam Musa ibn Ja'far alayhi salatu was salam, when people were going to look for him, they said, what is this guy doing? He was so frail that when he was doing the sajda, they could not see even a figure. So what they did, the king of that time, Mal'un, he said, no, we'll teach him a lesson. Send him a beautiful girl inside there. They sent a beautiful girl inside. To what? To be able to rise his nafsal ammara, so that he would be attracted to her. But his nafsal nawama stopped him, and he became a person who is so serene, so comfortable, that woman, instead of molesting him, she was in the sajda with him. That when the next day they went to look, they saw that the Imam is in the sajda and that lady is in the sajda also. Salawat by Muhammad. So Joseph is thrown in jail. And how did he react? Again, a homework for everybody. What happens to Zulaykha and the whole story. Go find it. It's very, very interesting. And a beautiful story in the history of Nabi Yusuf, and go and read it. Time passes so quickly for the prophets and things changing from bad to worse and good again. What is it that kept them going? How did they use their time? That's why I'm saying if we go and do this homework, we will know how to use our time. From the example of Nabi Ayub and Nabi Yusuf only. Salawat bar Muhammad. So the most important thing is how much is left before it ends. When somebody reaches his 40s, when once he was 15 and 20 and 25, things happen to you and around you, and suddenly you are 40, and suddenly there is no time left, and you start scrambling to do things that you should have done when you were 20, 25, 30. Ask the elderly, what is it that we did not do that we should have done when we were your age? And we will tell you what. But will you listen to us? I doubt it very much, because there's more important things that you want to do. Ask me, ask this elder here, ask this elder sitting here, ask from our sisters, ask that elder sister who is doing the cooking for us, how did she feel when she was 20? How does she feel now when she is whatever age she is? And you will get answers that will floor you. You'll be surprised at what we want had we had been 20, 25, 30. I sense the end of the line. I'm going towards the end of the line. I'm descending now. You are ascending. I am descending. You will also ascend, and then comes a down where you go down again. So before you reach that, try and make use of the time properly the way we should. In Surah Munafiqun, verse number 10, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ مِنْ قَبْلَ أَنْ يَأْتِيَ أَحْدَكُمُ الْمَوْتِ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي لَوْلَا أَخَّرْتَنِي إِلَى أَجَلٍ قَرِيبٍ فَصَدَّقَ وَأَكُنْ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. The munafiqs are saying this, and Allah is recording and says, He says, and spend out of what we have given you before death comes to you. Spend is not spending money only. You spend your mind, you spend your time, you spend your strength. All this spending is in giving away, and do it wisely. But when they hear this, when death comes to one of you, so that he should say, oh my Lord, why did you not give me time for a new term? When the Malakul Maut comes, he says, give me time. I want to go back so that I should have given charity and been the doer of the good deeds. But it's too late. He's knocking, that Arab is knocking at my door. We say he's an Arab. He could be any, I think he's a Malaika. He's not an Arab. Salawat bar Muhammad. He's called Israel. He's one of the archangels. So he's an angel. And when he comes, he doesn't need you to invite him. Neither does he give you an appointment. Nor does he call you. He comes. Trust me. And when he comes, that's when the ball starts rolling. You want it? Okay. I don't want it at this age. I want now to be better. I wish I'd done this when I was 20. I'm telling you, my dear brothers and sisters, do it now before it is too late. Salawat ala Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
There is a website which is called deathclock.com. deathclock.com. Go there. Go there sometimes. You don't have to go there now. Okay? I mean, don't go now. I mean, yeah, please later. Please go later. Not now. Salawat by Muhammad. When you visit this site, give yourself an opportunity to put some information about yourself, and then it tells you the time when you will die. Yes. It will tell you when you will die. You might go back and cheat a little bit and you say this instead of that, and have a better result. For you think, if I say this, maybe I'll live longer, or if I say this, maybe I will live 2 days longer. Nevertheless, it is the time when you will die. We're talking about that, right? Because today we are doing ziyarat of the martyrdom of the Shuhada of Kermalli, right? We're doing about that. Let's say one salawat for them. So the question is not what am I doing with time, instead what time is it? How much longer do I have? We use our time for issues of no value or use to our living, of no value whatsoever. What are they? They are trivial, they are mundane, they are mediocre. For example, look at the TV. Now that you are here, maybe my favorite program is running now. Maybe I have a favorite program which is running now tonight on Friday night, and I can't see it. So what did I do? I put it on a video, on a recorder, so when I go home, I'll be able to see it and waste my time up to midnight or 1 o'clock. Another mundane thing that we have is the Facebook. Everyone wants to tell the whole world what he or she is doing, whether it is public or private, whether it is open or intimate. It's full of it there. What a waste of time. I will go there and look at, yeah. So she's doing this. Look at my picture. What is this? You see, I want to do it. The women also do it, Don't think that they don't do it, huh? They will do it.
They do more.
I don't know about that. You can speak for themselves. Twitter. We have the President of the United States tweeting every day. What's going on? And there are other silly stuff. Driving around the car park in malls and admiring the cars that we cannot afford. Whoa.